You look, dude. He's dressed up, ready to go. Hey, there's my favorite Canadian. What's up, Sprocket? How you doing? Your hair's all wet. Alright, so let's go ahead and make this marinade. We got onion powder we're going in. It's probably... So if I'm doing measurements, I'm probably at 1.5 cups of OJ, probably 1 cup of white vinegar. That's probably 1 tablespoon of onion powder. That's probably 1.5 tablespoons of cumin. Isn't he though? He's getting huge. Put about 1 tablespoon of oregano in there. And about 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. So that's what we're looking at so far. Oh, I don't have quite the reach with Tucker in one arm. I've got little T-Rex arms. I know I'm off screen here. Sorry, I just don't have the reach to show you. But I'm just grinding pepper. Bunch of black pepper in here. And Tucker's applauding me. He thinks I'm doing a great job. All right. So there's the marinade. Throw a pretty decent dose of salt in there. That's probably 2 tablespoons. And then we'll stir it up. And then to this, I'm going to add like probably double the volume. So we'll go with about 1 pint. Say 1 pint of water. Oh, we did forget one thing. We forgot lime juice. And I don't care what anybody says about fresh limes versus bottled lime juice. When it comes to marinades, it doesn't make any difference. Just use bottled. About 1/2 cup of lime juice there. If you're using fresh, probably the juice from about 3 limes, give or take. Oh, shout out was given to Sprocket. Thank you so much.
You want me to take him?
Sure. He's like, wait, we cooking, bro.
Come see Mom. No. He does not want to come to Mom. I hate it when he denies me on camera.
Well, he wants to be in the kitchen. He wants to be cooking. Little chef. He's like, bro. But I must look, there's him. There's a him. Okay, so let's go through these shout outs real quick. We were giving a shout out. Let's see, we gave one to Darth for sure. And we talked about Darth. Let's talk about Recipe Reborn. That would be Recipe Reborn, aka Lemon, aka Chef in my world. What is it? It is a, let's see. She is a biracial Asian Canadian culinary student in Toronto. And she's one of my absolute favorite food and drink streamers. Super well set up and makes some really creative stuff. A lot of video game spins on dishes, which is really cool. Let's see. Then who else? Sprocket. Always with the Sprocket. So Sprocket is my favorite Canadian. I've got a lot of Canadians in here, and I hope that I don't offend any of my other Canadian friends whenever I say that. But Sprocket was the first token Canadian making poutine that I found on Twitch, so that's my favorite Canadian. Sprocket, you my Canadian dog. All right, so there's the marinade made up. Let's go ahead and pour it over the pork. Make sure you flip the pork over and get everything nice and coated with it. This roasting pan's almost not big enough. Let me see if I can find a bigger one. Tucker just said you did a good job painting your toenails. Give me a sec, I'll be right back.
He watched me very intently too.
There we go. That's a bigger pan. That's not a pan. This is a pan. Right. There we go. Now we got room. Now we got room.
All done. All done.
The smell of this marinade is already killer. It smells somewhere between like citrus and a pickle, and then that cumin really hits you. It's so good. All right, now I'm just gonna slice a bunch of onions real thin and put it on top of this, and then we're gonna put it in the oven. Oh, we're looking at the headset. Yep, I got you. Thanks, Shayna. I was just out on the back porch. Okay, so anyway, we got some onions. We're gonna go ahead and chop them. Let's see. Grab my knife. I needed to use up these onions anyway. They were starting to get pretty close to not usable. What is this camera? It's like somewhere in between. All right, let's see. Little buddy is getting big. Thank you. You mean heart. When I can afford it, I'll visit. You totally come do it. I'd be more than happy to feed you. Tons of food. Parents call me breakfast chief because I make the amazing breakfast foods. Oh yeah? I saw the biscuits and gravy, Liz. That was your biscuits and gravy, right? All right. Those are some really good looking biscuits and gravy, by the way. Okay, so, and it occurs to me now I've been peeling onions and you guys haven't seen a thing, so here we go. Alright, so we're just going to slice some onions, and I'm just going to slice them the way that the onion, the vertical lines here. Yeah.
Well, not you.
Oh.
He's got a toothpick in his mouth. Can you get that for me? He's running away from me.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you. Okay, gotta say hi to another friend. I'll be back. Okay, no worries, Sprocket. Thank you very much. Let's see. Sister made the biscuits because with my disabilities I can cook some foods, not like the fancy foods. Right on. Well, you should post up some of the foods you can cook. Now that you found that button, if you found that button, you'll see a section labeled food porn. Feel free to go ahead and post some stuff that you're proud of that you made. Be happy to see it. Alright, so we're going to bring our pork back, and we're going to put this pile of onions straight on top. Those will pick up a lot of flavor from the marinade, but because they're on top, they'll also get sort of charred and add to the flavor here. And we kind of use them to cover the pork a little bit to insulate it so it doesn't dry out. You can also just cover this with foil and put the onions in with the marinade, but I kind of like it like this. I like the char that the onions get. Oh, slightly off frame here. All right, there we go. Nice pile of onions sitting there on top. We've got the we've got the oven preheated to 3 1/4. That's 325 Fahrenheit. It's freedom units. I don't know what that is in Celsius. And now that is in the oven. Okay, so next on the agenda, beans. That'll be the next thing that's going to take some time, so let's get them rolling. Okay, yep, pretty standard. All right, so I'm just gonna take these beans here and cover them with water and bring them up to a boil. And if you guys want to see what that looks like that. Just beans in a pot on a stove. Okay, so I've got that on to boil, and let's see. We are going to onion, green pepper, cumin. That's the flavors that'll go in with the black beans, but we won't need those till way later. Yellow rice doesn't really need any prep. That'll be last minute. Okay, yeah, that's where we're at. So setting a timer. For 3 hours, technically 2 hours and 50 minutes, but who's counting? Yeah, so say man. Say man.
Go lay down, Rowdy.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
You're good? He was climbing in it and I just, out of habit, moved it.
Nope, makes
Having eggs and toast. Let's see. From the bread that you made yesterday. Hell yeah. Cooked the eggs in leftover bacon fat, so you're having a great time. Oh, sounds like it. Sounds like it. You like chili with the beans? Can you have... Oh yeah, eggs and toast on homemade bread. Huh?
Oh, okay.
Shayna's gonna lurk. Kid coming to drop dad's, Father's Day gifts off. All right. Well then I'll wait until you get back to take that break that you gave me. Thank you very much.
She might be gone the whole time.
Got any tips for making a good mac and cheese? You know what, Lumen? First off, what kind of mac and cheese do you want to make? Do you want to make... Oh, shit. Hit the wrong button. Sorry. Do you want to make like a stovetop mac and cheese, like something similar in texture to Kraft? Or do you want to make like a baked mac and cheese that's something similar in texture to, like, I don't know, Boston Market or KFC or something? Because we're gonna taste better than any of those, no matter what your answer is here. But just texture-wise, that'll tell me what I'm looking for. Somewhat traditional, but with baked cheese on top. Okay, so... Oh, I take my break when I'm ready? Okay, Shayna, you got it. So I would say, let's see. Traditional, you're gonna have to make a roux. Do you know how to make a roux? And then that'll lead me to the next question.
Refrigerator for whatever reason.
What's that?
Your camera.
It was hanging out with the fridge for a minute.
It is.
No, now it's following
No,
me.
is it?
Yeah.
First fun chat by Chief Brandon.
Chief Brandon, or Chef Brandon.
I said Chief, didn't I?
You did say Chief.
Because it's so far away, I can't see it, so it looks like Chief Brandon to me from here.
Chef Brandon, thank you so much for the follows. Welcome in. I'm Hammer. This is the Poorhouse.
Oh, he literally...
Exclamation Chef Story if you want to know a little bit about my background.
Rowdy. No, Rowdy.
What we try and do around here is we try and do restaurant quality food or better for under $5 on the plate. Chief and chef, same word. You're right. Okay, so let's see.
He's super excited that they're all still
Yeah.
attached.
Okay.